Hey everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Hello,
Okay.
there you go.
All right. So everyone out there, let me get back over to the chat, see who is all there. All right. So we have Jay's out there, and we got Ryan the gamer, and that's it so far here on this portion. Let me take one quick look here and see. We got 7 people off there watching. Michael 58's here, and bunch of others just hiding in the shadows.
Ryan the gamer's out there.
Yeah. All right, guys. So let me go ahead and drop that down and drop that down. So tonight we're talking about protecting the old brain pan. Okay. And so just hey WD Glock and Roll. How you doing? So we're gonna start off at the top. With hats. And that's why I got wearing this particular hat, because this particular hat protects my head from the sun. And so let me bring up this thing over here. And so everybody, we're thinking about, this is probably the lightest and most non-used safety gear you can have, protecting your head from the sun or from the cold. We're not talking hard hats. We're not talking, bump hats. We're just talking plain old shade. And as you can see, the different ones here. There's all sorts of different type shade hats. See if I can get this to enlarge here. The big working in the rice fields type hat to the the boonie hat. And so there's all sorts of different type hats, for shade, and just, the ladies, sun bonnets. And so, and unfortunately, the most popular hat people like to wear, I don't want to pick that color. Everyone will get on me for picking that color. I'll pick this one here. A ball type cap, it really doesn't protect your ears. It'll has a brim to protect your eyes. But nothing. But it doesn't protect your ears. This is more of a winter one here. That's it's the one here I'd pick on. Well, I could have picked on this pink one here, but I don't think most of the guys would have liked that.
That's a pretty one.
Yeah. But so, what are your guys' thoughts on it, guys?
Camera's closed.
I think hats are cool.
I wear one all the time, so I like them.
Yeah. Jay says he's a firm believer of wearing wool stocking hats in the wintertime.
Okay, I found that hat I was looking for that I suggested, but it's in this realm. So let me remember how to do this stuff.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so I got Dave sharing one here for us. Let me put it up here. Oh yeah, that hat.
Military BDU hat with a flap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are nice.
Yeah. Great for the wintertime, not so great for the summertime.
Well, the flap, it actually turns up inside the hat.
Yeah.
But your head sweats like a son of a biscuit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so let me put this other one here back over here again.
There, I'm back.
Okay. So, there are all sorts of nice lightweight hats to give you protection from the sun. I got my straw hat. You've seen my other hats, my my Little Joe cowboy hat. So there are a bunch of different ones you can wear. And then of course, the one we had up to be, the one Dave just showed for the winter time. And then there's up at the top here, this one up here. Unfortunately, that's an ad. It'll go to a different website for that one. So let me do it this way here. Go up here and winter
Headgear.
winter hats. And we'll change that up here. And oh yeah, I got your beanies.
Oh,
Your
there's
old,
my hat right there in the middle. Up, 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 right. Two more. One more. There's my hat.
Oh man,
the
that's
old
my favorite.
Cecil and beanie hat. Yeah,
That's so you can fly high.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But there's all sorts of nice hats for wintertime too. Then there's the let's click on that one, the full face, beanie, which I tell you, when I was back in Pennsylvania, it protected my face from frostbite bite so much, having one of those.
Yeah,
Is the old man out there in the chat? He sent me this thing that fits from your uh, bottom of your face all the way down to your shoulders.
Yeah,
Can't remember what the heck it's called. He's got a name for it.
yeah.
But it's got adjustable string on it, and you can tighten it up or loosen it. Man, that thing is warm when you go outside.
Yeah. See, Mary just came in here making comments, and so there's
Happy Inches.
Yep, that's Mary. She changed the name of her Mary Crowler.
Oh, well, nobody told me. I didn't get the memo.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gator. There you go. Yeah, Gator.
She changed it the other day,
Thanks, Jay.
and she on her live. I helped her out on her live, and she on Sunday. That's right, it was on Sunday. She was talking about it and about why she changed it, and the his is the Lord. So, but yeah, there's a lot of all sorts of different type hats and to wear to keep your head nice.
I got one like that.
Warm. Yeah. And now to tick off all the non-believers, we got a mega hat. I'm sorry,
color. It's the wrong color.
Yeah, I know it should be red, but I saw it there. I just had to throw that up. But yeah, there is a whole bunch of different type hats. They even have a one with a nice, the wool cap from over in Britain with a nice
Leather bill.
Yeah, leather bill on it. Got the tam. I got a tam with a the earmuffs on it. So there's a lot of hats to protect you from the sun and to protect you from the cold. And so let's take it to the next thing. So next down from your head, where did I put the protection? Oh, hang on, I'm looking here. Oh, go back over here. All right, so still talking about the head. Now we're going to talk stuff that are more industry related or work related. So, hard hats. And
my head's pretty hard, so.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Hey, Steve. So there's there's bicycle hats, protect your head while you're riding bicycles. Yeah. There's beekeeping headgear, keep you from getting stung. Yeah.
Those real tight ones, like that second one in there. Yeah. That real tight one, it fits down onto your shoulders and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are good too.
Yeah, we'll get to the welding stuff in a minute. And so, there's just a bunch of these different types of hats, and you get into the hard hats here. Anyone has a chainsaw, you're going to need something like the hard hat that has, earmuffs on it. And that's something I forgot to put on the list was earmuffs, ear protection. That's part of your head.
Don't need no stinking ear protection.
What'd you say?
You got to have them plugs.
Yeah. So they got hard hats with all the stuff on it. And they got hard hats in all sorts of colors. They got skinny ones. They got lowrider ones. They got the big bump ones. You got the little bump caps they use in meat packing. And then
even
they even have sports ones here for the practice boxing and martial arts and stuff. All sorts of hard hats and stuff. And then the Other type of sports ones, they got the ones with the face shields for the military, and those using paintballs or BB wars. So there's all sorts of nice headgear to protect your brain pan from on top. And some of these incorporate things we're going to be talking about here in a little bit. But you got all sorts. You got ones here that have, air ventilation, for bicycles and stuff in the summertime, so you don't want to get all sweaty and stuff. But a lot of safety, a lot of different types of safety gears. They got screens. And this one doesn't have the face shield. It's the plastic, but it has a metal screen on it for chainsaws. So anything? What's coming up there in the side chat there? Oh, Howie's here.
Yep, Howie's out there.
Yeah. So these are different types of headgear you can think of for, and like I said, already we covered a whole bunch of sports. Using a chainsaw, bicycling, boxing, playing, paintball, whatever. There's all sorts of ways to protect your brain noggin. And if you ever watch,
Kathy, how you doing?
Hey, Kathy. And I've been watching one channel called Kicking Mustang. It's from Britain, and they do paintball challenges and stuff. And you get these guys that are hiding behind. They're always getting hit in the head with paintballs because that's all they're sticking out around the corner, and that's all the other guy has to shoot at.
And they're not doing a very good job of practicing their training.
Yeah.
Because if you come around a corner, the proper way to do it, your head's not the first thing that comes out.
Yeah. But they're kind of trying to get a look. Just kind of see, get just part of their eye come around just to see a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, so and then the beekeeping, of course, beekeeping is another specific type of headgear as well. But let's move on to something else here now. Unless anybody up there is out there saying stuff. Funny, Mary. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up in the face.
Yeah, you are missing a couple.
Yeah.
But that's normal. It takes YouTube a minute to catch up.
Yeah, it does. Next thing we're going to talk about is
Jacobs is out there.
Yeah. Hey, Jake. The next thing we're going to talk about is face protection, starting specifically with your eyes. Your eyes are very important. I'm wearing reading glasses because my eyes are beginning to get old, and so's everyone else up here, and probably a lot of you out there in the chat as well. All right, there's all sorts of different eye protection. There's your simple, standard, $1.99 at Harbor Freight dust mask. There's ones for for skiing and stuff like that.
No, Kathy, paintball is not the best way to practice it, but simunitions is. That crap hurts.
Yeah. Hey, paintballs, the way they're jacking the pressure up on some of those, they hurt real, bad too.
Those idiots that crank them up over 300 PSI.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they want to reach out there and touch someone.
And then there's the airsoft ones too, where the little pellets come out and just, they sting like a mother now. They've getting those cranked up to, certain levels. But, your eye protection, and you got your little simple slip-on safety goggles. And safety goggles come in all sorts and sizes, and,
Night, Steve.
Some people have fashion sense. Hey, gunslinger.
Biddy boo.
Got to go to softball, huh? Hey, make sure you wear a nice hard hat in case the foul ball comes over at you. All sorts of weird looking ones that are, also based off of all.
Hey, I had a pair of those when I was in high school.
Yeah. Now they're calling them steampunk.
Hey, Heaven's Essentials. How you doing?
Yeah. Ski goggles, motorcycle goggles, all sorts of reasons to protecting your eye. Let me go back up here. I just realized something. I may have missed something up here. That looks like swimming goggles, which is something else to do.
And don't forget, in the wintertime, for those in the northern climates around heavy snows, you definitely want something that is tinted, because you can go snowblind.
Yeah.
You lose your way.
Let me do this here. Snow protection goggles. All right. There you got tinted ones, and mirror, all the mirrored ones. They with the different. I'm losing here, guys.
Different coatings on them.
Yeah, the UV, the other ones, the glare protection, stuff like that. They got the goggles that come with a little bit of face shield, so you don't get chapped on it. Now, the ones I don't see on here, of course, they're probably making such advances in the lenses. They used to have the round goggles with just the slits in them, because when you're down like in the Antarctic and when it's summertime down there, wintertime up here, but the glare out there is just really intense.
I had the anti-glare ones when I did snowmobiling.
Yeah. So you got little ones like this here. You have just a little slot, just like a little bit of light in.
Hey, from Godzilla. Oh, wait.
And you have these. Oh, here we go. Here's some of the ones, the old school ones where they had just the slits in them to help limit the eye stuff coming in. So safety goggles are, not just for working in the shop, like the first couple we showed you there, but something that is more along the lines for working in the shop comes up here is your standard face shields. Yeah. You're working on a sanding project or whatever else. Anybody else want to jump in? Help out here.
I would jump, but I'm afraid if I jumped, I'd knock my desk over and then little girl skinnies. But as far as, if you're having to don a face shield like that, I know we're going to cover that in a minute or two, but you definitely need some other respirator type stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you got particles flying in your face, personally, I don't care for those kind of face shields because they really don't do nothing to protect your eyes. Because if you got particles flying, they're going to get behind that face shield. That's good for liquids. It's not good. My personal opinion.
Yeah, I don't like them either. I always do that when I use them for grinding. I always got stuff in my eye anyway.
Well, when I use those, this is part one of the two-part the face protection system. I'd wear those other strap-on goggles over my glasses and this over in front because this protects basically all the skin around here from getting hit by the grinding particles, and the goggles underneath of it protect my eyes. So this is something.
That's okay. You can deal with it, man up.
Yeah, I the reason I started wearing that because I had one of those little dining grips come apart on me, and I end up using a little cut there, and it's like no. So yeah.
I had those safety glasses on that would wrap around right over here to the sides of my face. Yeah. And one of those on, and you can still get stuff past them.
Oh yeah, dust can get anywhere on some depending what you're doing. I mean, but hey, here you go.
I'm talking about Sharpies.
Let me put it over here. Where did it go? There. All right, that one there. There's
well, I don't mind because it covers everything.
Yeah, this is more of a form-fitting one. One for for that.
Well, that's what you wear for your CPAP, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah, semi-close. My CPAP. Yeah, come on.
I couldn't wear one of those if I had to.
Hey, Blue Healer, how you doing?
This is the one for my CPAP. It has a full face fit and everything. I can't wear those simple for your face, the CPAP ones that just goes up the nose. I can't wear one of those because as soon as it starts blowing air in the nose, guess what happens? Mouth opens up, and I become a mouth breather, and I stop breathing, and it doesn't work. I need something that gives me full pressure on it.
And they got a strap that holds your mouth shut.
But even if I open my mouth in that, it still covers even with my whiskers. It covers and does a good enough seal on it. They have tinted face shields, and these they have these that for
oxyacetylene.
Oxyacetylene. That's what this is. Welding. That we don't have to have the little, old-fashioned aviator type goggle ones to do torch welding with, gas welding. So they have those for that as well.
But those are so cool, man.
I know. Well, yeah, I know they look sexy, but these allows you to see more around to the side as well when you're gas welding.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with most goggles and stuff, especially the older generation, is lack of sight.
Yeah.
I want to see everything that's around me. I don't like being limited to such a small focal area.
Hey, Blue Healer. Got Blue Healer in here now. So yeah, so those that are, you're working around, if you have a shop, if you're working around a shop, actually some of these are even good. These cheap ones and stuff are even good for, come on, get over here. There we go. In the kitchen. And you still wonder what in the kitchen, you cutting onions up or something that sauces that splatter and stuff, hot sauces. I forget whose video it was. They were making hot sauces, then they got splattered on the face, pouring the real hot pepper hot sauce into the jars, and it splattered. Got them.
Fun.
Yes. Yeah, not fun.
Sure.
Okay.
It wakes you right up. You don't make any more mistakes after that.
Yeah.
Don't do it too many times.
Now another set of something to protect your eyes with is your standard little, safety glasses, not goggles, glasses. And these cover everything. They got tinted ones. They got, the cheap plastic ones here that, kind of fold, but they wrap around for a little side protection. Ones that fit a little bit tighter. And this one here is they got wire mesh ones for people that play airsoft or paintball if you don't want to get the full helmet on.
Yep, they got cool ones. They got simple ones.
Yeah. And
those are nice right there because you can those are interchangeable lenses.
Yeah. And they even make these where you can get the prescription lenses for them. And the lens, the prescription lenses are relatively inexpensive because they're, the plastic stuff, they're not meant to be used for a long time. They're meant to, be changed out. So,
when I worked at Genie, they got me a pair that had like readers on the bottom of them.
Yeah.
And I just kept them in my welding cell. And then when I was welding, I wore them so I could see the line.
Yeah.
You have a question in the side chat from Kathy.
Kathy. All right, the ones Scott wears up there, those are just a UV similar. I thought a little bit different than this. They're the more stylish ones here. Let's see if they have some of them down here. I'm not sure. Those are kind of similar to the ones my brother used to wear, and I think my brother used to get his at Home Depot or Granger Supply, but they got the UV light protection for so they can still in the sun and stuff. And I believe the one Scott wears up in the crane also have the he may have the auto darkening ones, so as the sun changes, he doesn't have to change out glasses and stuff.
Well, either that's where I used to get mine from too when I worked for Halliburton, was their gas.
Yeah. And so there's all sorts. Now, the one type of safety glasses that this type here is most reminiscent of.
Prescription lenses.
Either prescription lenses, but they got little safety guards that clip on the side there. But I was looking for the ones I don't see here, which is I wore for years and years and years. I'm not sure if but the ones I used to wear were the Ray-Ban Aviators. I got them, in 86. I still have them.
Too expensive, in my opinion, for a pair of glasses.
Well, put it this way. I still have them. They're still good. And the cheap ones I've gotten in between and stuff are all broken and gone. And
I'm not saying they don't last. Yeah. I'm just saying I ain't spending that kind of money.
But see, they were being the aviators, they're rated for on the gun range. So, and I like the tinting for when I was on the gun range. It had just the right tint to cut the glare. So,
Okay, you told me to remind you. Laser.
Well, hey, welding goggles should work good, shouldn't they?
No.
No?
It's the wavelength.
Okay. So like Dave was saying, you got to worry about the if I get it right here. There we go. The lasers and stuff. The wavelength on the lasers to protect your eyes from those. And there are specific ones similar to these that you can get that are matched for the laser frequencies.
But that comes with a majorly huge caveat. See that green pair right there?
Yeah.
They claim that it covers virtually the entire spectrum of light. But you put those on, you should see nothing. It should be black. You put those on and you can see every color. Those green ones do not block anything. Those are cheap.
Yeah.
If you're working with high nanometer lasers in the 600 plus range, 6 to 1200 range, then you're actually going to have to go out and spend a large amount of money on a pair of glasses that will actually block those wavelengths, because the reds, the good reds, will block from 220 up to about 600.
Hey, Mimsy.
Hi, Mims. And those will be fine for most home use. But once you start getting into the higher nanometer frequencies, you're getting into more industrial and military style. And those glasses you need for those are going to be really expensive.
Yeah. And it depends on what the color frequency of the light is too. So if you're working green, or you're working the red or the violet, ones, you got to have different pairs for different colors.
Nope. There's only 2 pair of glasses you need: a red one and the proper blue ones.
Okay.
And they have to be rated correctly.
All right.
Because they have to protect you from the wavelength, not only the wavelengths, but the light density that's allowed to pass through it. So
it's like the welding ones are only good for the blues and the reds.
Yeah. Them green ones right there won't protect you except for maybe a splatter. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, they've back years ago when I was dealing with that, when they first were doing lasers, you had to have multiple pairs, so they've improved the lenses.
Definitely improved. That's why they cost so much.
Yeah.
A good pair of industrial or military strength lasers, protective lenses, will run you upwards of $250 a pair.
That's more than I paid for my Ray-Bans.
Mm-hmm. But you also figure when you're working with nanometers and that wavelength, even looking at a beam can cause eye damage. So you have to protect yourself.
Yeah. So there's all sorts of safety glasses. Some of them even have lights built into the sides on them. So when it comes to these small safety glasses, it's what fits your face best. What
hey Reed, how you doing?
Application you're going to be using them. Hey Reed. And so you basically, safety glasses, you get them for the situation where you need them. Some of them are broad spectrum. You use them in a lot of situations. Some of them are, like the laser ones, are very limited to, when you want to wear them, especially if they cost $250. And then since I forgot to put some up here, I'm going to put this up. All right, so these are your regular oxyacetylene, gas welding goggles. They have them, ones like this. They have them with full square view on them. They have them with the individual lenses. So you got one like the old aviators, one goes over each eye. Some guys still like those. You saw the full face shield one for acetylene welding. The torch is bright, but it's not as bright as arc welding. And so, speaking of arc welding. Arc welding helmets.
Mine there. Mine was a speedhead, but it had flames off the side of it.
Yeah. Arc welding helmets have come a long way in their technology. I used to wear old ones like this.
Oh yeah, that was my first one.
That you had to flip down when you're ready to weld. And then they came out with the ones like, where is it here? Then they came out with these here, where the front piece flips open and close on it. So you have the helmet down, you had it open, and then you flip it down. And then they had these here, which is a lighter material, and it has a lever here. You slide, and it slides the lens down in front of your eyes. Then they have developed got the bigger ones, the bigger lenses and stuff on them.
Full face, yeah.
Yeah, and so got the really big full ones and stuff on them and everything. And then they developed auto
darkening.
And they call them speed hoods.
And which I know this may cause a little stir. I don't like them because I always got flashes on the auto darkening. And even if I close my eyes, I got flashes, and no.
They're adjustable,
Yeah. I like this, I'd rather, use the old fashioned, either flip the one down in front, like, go back here to it.
Hey, Hardy Marks, how you doing?
Yeah, this is my favorite type because I can grab it and just open and close it here, get my stick ready to weld, close it down and weld. Hey, Tibor, Hardy Marsh. And, then I can just go right on to welding. Or I can just leave it closed and I can flick the helmet down. And if I have to use both hands to hold the rod, if I'm in a tight spot, I flick it down and I got instant, protection. But that's just me. I don't like the auto darkening. The auto darkness is too slow. You get that, because light travels at what speed and how fast does that react? Yeah, I got too many flash burns from trying to use
warp speed, Captain.
Yeah, the auto darkening doesn't darken at warp speed or even impulse speed. But
pretty darn fast if you got the setting right. It sets. There's a setting in there.
Yeah, most of them nowadays have a electronic setting you can set.
Yeah. But to me, it still has to do whatever it's got to do for milliseconds or whatever. By then, you've gotten, if you were doing high amperage welding, you've gotten a really bright light nailed you already.
Right. Well,
it's my personal. Anybody else out there in the side chat do welding?
They've come a long way with that, just like they have for
40 years. Is that long enough?
Yeah. Oh, so you have to check lenses for. Blue Healer says something too. You got to change lenses for stick to different lenses for wire.
Yep, that's basically true.
And this
depends on what you're welding, what size of lens you need.
Okay. All right, but okay. Reed. I know Reed had a welder here.
Yeah, he got a dinosaur one. He says. They got some welding hoods now that have air circulators right into them, so you're not smelling the smoke and the smoke not going under them.
Yeah, that's some of these up here.
My last one was like that. It had a hose that came right off the hood to a battery pack around my waist, and the battery pack on my waist ran fresh air right into my hood, so I was not smelling any of the burnt stuff.
Now they got several of them up here, with the respirator system and the stuff coming up. You got full coverage helmets like this with the material around it to help protect you, and it's got air in it. This is a modified of the 7600 face respirator that I like to use for hazmat, but they got the welding size goggles on here. What I liked about this size goggles on the other ones and these down here, the lens, you can change the lens out to go from gas welding to arc welding. it's fairly easy to swap lenses out on them. But then
Hey, Walker Farm.
yeah, so you got a bunch of different type ones there. So let me blow this one up. See, like, it's going to blow it up. That's not going to blow it up. Oh well, but yeah, the lenses are interchangeable. Okay. So from welding, we're going to step on over to just dust mask protection and dust allergy, sawdust, dirt dust. Sanding. You're sanding, a wood project. You're sanding some paint off of something. You got small particles, not bacteria or virus size. We're talking about particles, large particle stuff, sanding, dust and stuff. And the regular dust masks that you can get, that was a 95. Here we go. The standard ones you can pick up at Harbor Freight, Lowe's, anywhere, Ace Hardware. The standard mask, you get a box of them for a couple bucks. Sometimes they have just one elastic on them. Some of them have two, and they're good for that. They have the ones that are look here. They do have ones that have the replaceable filters on the inside. So the outside here is just the holder for it. They got simple dust masks like this with interchangeable filters on them. So these type of masks, the more you're looking at the more inexpensive ones. And here we go. Some of them, they more expensive. They have the valve in there, so you breathe out, so it's not trying to blow off your face. And you have your double. Here's your double strapped ones with a foam pad to help it seal around your nose. Remember using these, Will? These cheap ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just right underneath the mask, underneath your head.
Use that for sanding wood. Use that for putting on lacquer for spray painting. Latex spray paint. You get particles in the air when you're using a spray gun, and it's just you need something just to catch it. Something a little bit better than your nose hairs. So that's those type of.
Sometimes those are better than nothing.
Yeah. And at 30 cents each for some of these cheap ones.
If you don't have nothing, that's something.
Yeah, like Ryan said, same mask at body shops. They use a lot of these out there.
Yeah, he was telling me one day, I was talking to him. He said that that's the kind they use in the body shop.
Yeah. Now you want to, if you're going to step it up, you can get into some of these other masks out here with the interchangeable filters on them and stuff. 3M makes bigger ones. But in going to these other masks, let me switch over to the next page here. These type of respirators, the thing to bear in mind, basically on just about all the good ones, if they got the pink colors on them, those pink colors are HEPA filters. HEPA filters, high efficiency particle. I forget what the A is for. High efficiency particle filter. Anyways,
particle.
Yeah.
Those are only good for about one day if you're working in a harsh environment,
or just half a day. Like some of these, like this thing here. This is a P100. This is what you use if you're working around lead or asbestos. Removing asbestos stuff. And even if you're not sure, like you're removing old paint from an old house, If you're not sure it's lead paint or not, you'd want to wear one of these. You want to go for the P100 because that stuff in the old paint you don't want to mess with. Hey, did you? All right, Hardy Marsh, go ahead and go feed the animals. Yeah, T-Board, definitely. When you're sanding anything, if you can have a shop back there or a dust evacuation system, that helps a lot. But sometimes you're just working on something just really quick, real small, and you don't want to. Most people don't have a big system, or they don't even have a shop vac. But yeah, so it
They do work pretty good though.
yeah. The and so on some of these bigger masks, like the
High efficiency particulate.
yeah, these canisters.
That's what READ says it stands for.
So what was it? High.
HEPA stands for high efficiency particle error.
Yeah. Thanks, Reed. I'm getting old and senile.
Kathy
Yeah. So when you guys, Kathy, yeah. So when you guys get my age, you're going to start, brain cells are going to start leaking out your ears. But like on these type respirators, even on these others and some of these other ones here, the canisters, like this one here has a HEPA pad or an N100 or N95 pad on the outside, but the canisters are for different things. The canisters can cover a variety of industrial things you need to worry about. One of the ones that they use a lot for is in agriculture, and that's for the mist of the either the liquid fertilizer they're spraying or the herbicides they're spraying. So you got to watch out for the something that'll catch those particles and they vaporize. So you want to have a vapor canister, and that's actually I have it here now. Let me bring up another one here in a second here, but let me just go ahead and open it up here. Respirator canister color code information. So look at all these different colors. Let me enlarge that. Sorry, guys. So all your different colors here mean different things. And there are charts out here you can get to explain what all the different things are for different chemicals and gases even. Yeah. So this one here, has for hydrogens. Here's one a little bit easier to read. So look at all those gases that it stops. This is a NIOSH rated filter for chlorine. And I can't remember sure what all the initials are, but you get over here on one of these things here and see which one's going to show up better. They're out there for different for the different contaminants. Ammonia gas is green, organic vapors is black, chlorine gas is white with yellow stripe on it. So that's why they have on the other one, they had white lettering and the yellow on it. Hydrocyanic gas is a green stripe with white. Acid gases is white. Acid gases or organic vapors is yellow. Yeah, so you got hydrocyanic gases and something or other vapors is yellow and blue. But yeah, these are all different types of industrial canisters you can get for those masks. And I used to have all this big chart when I worked hazmat, and we'd have a toolbox just loaded with all the different canisters to put on our mask before we'd go in. So, yeah, there's a lot of important stuff there dealing with the to put on your respirators for your different type coloring. Yeah, so you got the yellows in here and some of the black ones and the brown, the reddish brown ones. There's the black one right there for the organic vapors and stuff. But there are times where one of these type masks will not work. Any guesses when that is?
Swimming.
What?
Swimming.
Oh, well,
Well,
that's a totally different, type stuff. But you're close. Dealing with the hazmat, sometimes you have to have pressure regulated masks.
Now it should be diving.
Yeah. So like you got this one here, where you have your mask, the hose coming off, it goes to a pressurized unit. And basically you'd wear it on your back like this. You wear a unit on the back, so it's this here can have a lot bigger and heavier duty multi-pack filter system that'll last you all day, where the other ones may not last all day.
That's what I had when I was welding.
Yeah, and they got ones with pumping systems to pump air, and you have a hose that goes around with you. Sometimes you have to wear the self-contained breathing apparatus. As there's mine safety and stuff. You have to carry your own oxygen with you because the air itself, there's not enough oxygen in the air. All right, hang on. We're going to get back over here. Boom. All right. I thought I would hyperventilate the first time I was going to put one of these masks on. But like the self-contained one here, it's blowing air in your face all the time. And after a couple of minutes, you calm down. It's like, oh, okay, it's easy to breathe. Because when they're pressurized, it's actually very easy to breathe on these. But there are all sorts of different ones here, systems. Here's a picture where you have a contained thing where they're working on.
Looks like he's removing rust off a frame.
Yeah, I would be willing to bet there's some other chemicals involved in that as well. Especially if you're welding galvanized, you want to, either you want a pressurized system or you want one of those. You're going to go through a lot of expensive filters. Sometimes a pressurized system is a lot cheaper in the long run for industrial use.
I had a cheap employer when I was doing some galvanized welding. He put a bunch of big fans to my back and was pushing the galvanized smoke away.
Yeah, they can't do that no more.
Because he was too cheap to buy what he needed.
Yeah. But yeah, so there are pressurized systems for, even ones with a simple helmets here. All right, Gunslinger, take it easy.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, Lori Jean.
Glad everything worked out good.
Yeah. So some of these masks are tight fitting around the face and stuff, and others are, because they're pressurized, they just have to have a simple, just a hood over it, and it pumps air and just provides a positive flow of air out, so there's nothing can come up in because this air is always flowing out.
Hey, Mama Z.
Hey, Mama Z's Kitchen, Texas Kitchen. Now, the next step up from this for respirators and stuff, you're getting into it here. We're talking the moon suits.
Hey,
all right.
Michael J. Fox from Back to the Future.
I want the bright yellow one.
Yeah. But like this one here that I've got there, I'm not going to click it because it'll go to an ad. but it's got not only are you wearing inside you're wearing a Tyvek suit, and you got this over you, and you got your self-contained breathing apparatus on the back, so you can go in there and go around and do anything. But
it's inside the suit.
This one there has it in there. So basically, you put on your Tyvek suit, you get your breathing apparatus inside, like it shows with this one here. He's got his mask and everything on, the hose going around back to what's on him, and then you put it on, depending on the chemicals you're working with.
He's ready to go to the moon.
Yeah. So there's hard hats. Sometimes you got to wear the hard hats in there as well. So guys, be glad you don't work in this. This gets claustrophobic. Yeah. If you're carrying your tools in there and you're wearing that, you're limited to the time frame of your oxygen tank, and the longer you want to go, the heavier that tank is, because it's a bigger tank. So generally, they try to limit you to, depending on your tank, half an hour, 45 minutes, all they want you, and then you got to come out and then you got to scrub down, get cleaned off before you can start peeling off, and you're still breathing on that air. So.
Yeah, if you want to know about it, just ask the people who work at the Fukushima nuclear plant.
Yeah, I worked around.
Limited to 20 minutes inside.
Yeah,
they have constant rotations of people going in there and working.
Yeah, because it takes your tank only lasts a certain amount of time, and so once you put it on, you start buttoning it up. You're already on the air as they button up and finish all the taping up and everything. You go in, you work, they pull you out. You're still breathing as they're scrubbing you down, pulling the tape off, getting it all clean, peeling it off of you. Then you can go back on. Then you got to leave that area and go into the next stage. Then you can take the oxygen mask off.
They're very hot, Lori.
Yeah. The only thing they have on these, if you're lucky, they have these suits, instead of having the pack on them, they have a special heavy duty hose that hooks up to you, and they're feeding you oxygen from a big, huge tank, and you just got to pull this long hose with you. But if it's a bad situation, you can't get at the hose long enough to go in there. So, but this is the worst preparedness to protect your face, your head, and everything else from chemicals and stuff.
So if you live next to a nuclear facility, as in power plant, you better pick one up.
Yeah, this is here you go. So here's your classification. So this is your level D. This is what most people do. It's safety glasses, hard hat, gloves, dust mask, face shield, all the stuff we've been talking to before. We got into the respirators. Then you put on the Tyvek suit with the nitrile gloves and the respirator, and that would be like you're doing asbestos removal, lead paint removal, that type stuff. And then you getting into the dangerous chemicals. You start wearing this suit, and if you get into the really nasty chemicals and hydrocarbons and acids and stuff, you got to wear, and biologicals, you got to wear the level A suit. In my work, all I had to do was where I got up to was the level B, but I had to be trained for level A. And training takes several days. You're in there practicing for several days. So that's the most of stuff of what I had for protecting your brain pan, including head on top, the ear protection. Ear protection. That's what I forgot.
Lori, what you ain't got nothing to do except sit in that bed and relax. Just relax. Relax and have a good time.
Ear protection.
But take care. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Ear protection. Yes.
Good night, Lori.
There are all sorts of. Am I still on magnified? Yes, I am. Okay. There are all sorts of ear protections out there. There's your ear muffs. There's your ear plugs. Earplugs loose, earplugs on cords, wrap around the head earplugs. There's, the under the chin earplugs.
Mine are on dummy cords, so I don't lose them.
Yeah, there are all sorts of different ones. There's the foam ones. There's the rubberized ones. I have these for shooting because I want a really good pair. And I'm shooting the big guns. I will be wearing those
And again,
and these over, those over as well. So I'll be doubled up. But yeah, there's all sorts of nice ear protection.
See you later, Reed.
Who's heading out?
Lori Jean and Reed both.
All right, Reed, Lori, take it easy.
catch you later, Reed. Be good out there.
Now, interesting enough, when I was on graveyard shift, next door to our house in California, there was a daycare center and preschool. Lots of kids. I slept with earplugs, and my wife had to come in and shake to wake me up. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So
I didn't hear much either there, Blue Healer, after working on sound systems in cars for a couple of years and running dBs of 145 plus. I don't hear much anymore either. Why do you think I'm wearing headphones now so I can hear him?
So, things that you would need earplugs for besides shooting weapons: chainsaws, grinding,
Hammering.
When I'm working on my using the anvil out there and the big blacksmith hammer. Oh yeah. So if you're a knife maker, swords maker, a blacksmith thing, yeah, you're going to need some ear protection. Lawnmowers. Some of the lawnmowers are pretty daggone loud. Weed whackers. Leaf blowers are really loud, especially if it's the backpack gasoline powered ones. So there's a lot of need for having ear protection and protecting your ears.
NASCAR.
Driving, high speed driving. Yeah. Mowing the grass that we got here. What are they saying over in the side chat here?
Burning heavy equipment.
Going to an air show where they got the jets taken on and off. You might want to have
heavy equipment.
Yeah, heavy running jackhammer. Oh. Yeah, just lost my hat leaned back so far.
That was so bad it blew his hat off his head.
Yeah.
Jackhammers are the worst.
Jackhammer, earplugs, hard hat, safety goggles, face shield, dust mask.
Kathy brought up the ultimate ear protection need.
Bouncing up and down 100 miles an hour.
Baby crying ear protection.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you swim so you don't have to listen to stupid people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the funny thing. When I went in for my disability hearing, they sent me to a shrink, Social Security shrink. He said, "You have a problem with people." I said, "I don't have a problem with people. I have a problem with stupid." he decided at that point it was best to leave that conversation alone.
Yeah. So, yeah. Another reason you need hearing protection.
You're right.
Teenage daughters. There you go.
Not just teenage daughters, teenage kids and their music.
Sometimes you don't want to listen to my music. My music will run you out of the block.
Sometimes it's so loud in the rooms there, it's just boom. And my son, my 20-year-old son, has just got sound bar for the TV, big old huge. It's about 16-inch square woofer, sits over in the corners, and yeah. And
surround sound, right?
Big stuff, and it's like, turn that stuff down. Yeah, you can use it, but you have to turn it way down. That way, the amount of sound coming out is not going to make us all deaf.
Best thing to do is turn him onto some sound deadening panels and have him cover his entire walls with it. That way, the sound doesn't escape the room.
Now, this is in the front room for the TV. We got
probably got the big 65-inch TV. And
no, we got I think it's a 38-inch or 36-inch TV in the front room. But yeah, that's what they would. And then he hooked it up to the Wii system. So while he's on the Wii doing the running or the imitation sword fighting or the Mario Kart or whatever, you got all the sound system blasting.
Mama Z, you don't know what K-pop is? Oh, that's Korea's most famous musical style. Some of it's not bad. Some of it they actually do live video skits of the songs, and they're not bad. I mean, I wouldn't listen to it a lot, but I have heard it and watched a couple of videos of it.
Yeah. Problem is, if I say unplug it, then I have to listen to him whine and snivel and the B word. Yes.
You'd be the bad man, right?
Yeah. My oldest grandson is high on the autism spectrum, and his sometimes he'll cover up his ear because something's coming over the TV, on the YouTube or the just lost it. Just the service for movies and stuff, where they rent movies and everything. Can't remember what it's called now.
Netflix,
yeah. Some of the movies have weird sounds in it, and it never fails. At a certain time during certain movies, he suddenly claps his hands over his ears and goes running to the corner. And then we stop it, play it back. He'll be fine. And when it gets to that point in the movie, there's something in the movies, the frequencies being broadcast over the movies, that just drives him nuts.
Gil, you have been warned.
Yeah, I saw that.
and my son, he's downstairs in the basement, and you can't hear the game, but you can hear him yelling at the top of his lungs because he's playing with these other guys online. He's like, no, you stupid guy, don't go do that. Yelling at the top of his lungs,
Okay. So I've covered pretty much everything that I could think of. Can anybody think of anything else that you need, that we all should have for protecting from the neck up?
Mouth guard.
Well, one thing I would not put on the list is a guillotine.
That's at the neck. That's not protecting. That's removing everything from the neck up.
Oh,
mouth guard.
Well, that's what you use to eliminate the threat.
But there are certain people in Congress that would love to use that on.
I didn't say that. It wasn't me.
It was me.
I didn't say I didn't think it, but I said I didn't say it.
Okay.
Yep, baklava. Or balaclava. I'm sorry. Baklava you eat, balaclava you wear.
But it has an A. It's B-A, not B-E.
Mouth guards.
What was that?
Mouth guards. You know those things you put in your mouth to protect your teeth?
Oh yeah. Mouth guard.
Good for if you're using a jackhammer.
Mm-hmm.
I found that out the hard way.
Or if you're in a sport, martial arts or boxing sport, you may want to be wearing a mouth guard. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing like taking a roundhouse upside the head when you're inspiring and biting your own tongue. Kind of hurts.
And
bling.
Night sleep, just to keep, the ones that you can get them for at night. So those people that grind their teeth.
Some people wear them to keep from swallowing their tongue.
Yeah. And so you got that, and the Wilson type here. Let's see what am I on. Let me go to images. Boom. Shopping. Got all sorts of different ones. You got your boxer ones. You got your
here's one on a stick.
Yeah, that's the football. Yeah, football helmet one. Yeah, another sport you need to have of course, those. If you're hitting someone else in the helmet with your helmet, you're stupid anyways. You should not be making more than $5 an hour. There's my tirade on that one.
Yeah, I'm not even going to go into that.
Yeah, they get paid money to do that. Good money.
Yeah. So yeah, all sorts of mouth guards and stuff. There was some. Don't see it here, but there was when I had braces. They gave me something to put over, to slip in at night over my braces, just so I didn't cut up my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep me from catching my lip on the braces and the wires and the hooks in the back where the rubber bands went on.
Kathy, that hair and beard net combo you mentioned, that is something I had to wear when I was driving truck, picking up Infamil and all kinds of baby foods in Holland, Michigan, taking them to literally everywhere in the U.S. So them screaming, crying little babies that we all needed earplugs for could eat.
Yeah. Hey, Tyler, I didn't see you come in. How you doing?
So, and they do now have the new Invisalign, or the one that basically instead of braces, they have ones you put on. But back up here, so go up here. That was hair and BE. Yep, no. BE and beard pants. Yeah.
See you, Howie. Thanks for coming by.
Hey, Howie. Yep, take it easy. Okay.
Oh, I hated those dang things. They itched like crazy. They don't fit worth a dang. You look like an absolute fool when you're wearing it. Oh, did I say that? Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that out loud. If you go to any food manufacturing place of any kind, even if you only have a little bitty stubble, you have to wear a full net.
Yeah, something on your head, something on your face.
Yeah. Hey, our cabin in the woods.
There was one of the guys that I used to run teams with. He had very hairy arms. They
Hey,
actually made him go outside and put a jacket with the cuffs on so his hair wouldn't fall off of him while he was inside the building.
Yeah.
Or he had to stay outside, so I always wound up having to go in.
Hey, you moved mountains. How are you?
Hey. Baby went home. Oh, so you could have used those earplugs we were talking about while babysitting. So, yeah. So this is not so much as to protect you as to protect everybody else, or if you're working in the Silicon Valley, to protect those microchips. Yeah. So.
Yeah, the microchips are pretty dangerous things, man. You don't want to get your skin cells on them. They'll mutate and turn into the net. Skynet.
Transformers.
More than meets the eye.
Yeah. All right. So I think we any other safety equipment that you would use either to protect yourself or protect others from your neck up. So side chat, help us out. Put on your thinking caps and add some more stuff in
not your tinfoil ones either.
I said thinking caps.
You did open up a doorway you probably should have left closed. You did say something to protect others from the head up. Baseball bats work really well. He didn't catch it yet. It's still flying his way.
It's in slow motion.
Now he got it. Take him a minute, folks. It's okay. He's tired. We'll give him.
No. I was trying not to acknowledge it. And it just kept getting worse in my brain as I tried not to acknowledge it.
It's like a little teeny worm that bores its way right in there. And
oh, here we go. Yeah, get over on the right page here. Boom.
Mouthwash.
Are you trying to say something, Kathy?
Dave, go wash your mouth.
Hey, my breath smells like honey. Thank you very much.
Okay, since we're getting into that,
Uh-oh.
yeah, we can go a little bit
I
farther.
smell the bottom of a rabbit hole coming quickly at us.
No, not a rabbit hole. Hygiene, along with the mouthwash, toothpaste, toothbrush. Keep your teeth clean, especially if you go into a situation, SHTF. There was one of the guys at work. I mean, he was unique. He would had these little micro toothbrushes he'd carry around, and after lunch, he'd be walking around, chewing on it, scrubbing it.
Hey, Anthony.
Let me see if I can find something like that on here.
They used to have people walking around with those flossers. There was little flossers. They'd just be walking around.
Yeah. One
And then they throw them on the ground like they don't care.
Yep. Get done with it, throw it down, pick up another one out of their pocket, start all over again.
Yeah. So what do you have? What did it look like here? I think it was something like, no, it wasn't. It was smaller than that.
Hey, Anthony.
Second one in on the top is the really tiny ones, and then it's the same as those there. Those are the really tiny ones, about 2 inches long, probably.
Yeah.
I used to get those for my ex when she worked third shift at Waffle House.
Let's see what that looks like when I blow it up. Yeah, that could have been what he had. But yeah, he'd walk around with that, and he had a supply of them in his locker and stuff. And so yeah, when he got done eating lunch, he'd take care of it. And even when he had snacks and stuff, he'd go back down and get it.
Chapstick, that's fire starting material. What are you talking about?
Oh, chapstick, something else, yeah.
Lip protection.
Lip protection, yeah. Got to keep the old kisser in good shape.
Kisser.
All right, Kathy fires up with more. Here she goes. She's beating everybody here. Yeah, proper moisturizer, sunblock for your face, your nose. If you're out there skiing or swimming, protection for your nose. So that's something else, to have for your protecting your noggin. See, I knew there was some stuff I was forgetting. I was racking my brain all day, and I was going in the wrong direction.
Leave it to Kathy. She'll figure it out for us.
Oh, wait. What? Who? What? Where? Oh, okay, I see. The Midwest Prepper video must have been on another Red Dragon video.
Hold on. Well, he called me out and he said I was a fearmonger. So, because I did 2 videos on the dragon, so I was a fearmonger for it. He says, I can't stand it. I unsubscribed from those channels. So I went and checked and he unsubscribed me. Oh, well. See ya. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Winnie. Facts is not fear mongering, especially when you're saying this is not fear. This is just stuff you need to know so you can prepare just in case.
And anyway, now he's actually spreading the fear. So
yeah, you got to go comment. Hey, you're a fear monger.
Some people thrive on that stuff.
Well,
yeah,
that's how some of these channels get hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They do fear porn, and people eat it up. People who choose not to be informed properly, who do not want to learn. They want somebody to go do it for them so they don't have to. So they eat the fear and, they thrive on it. And, the old saying goes, misery loves company.
All right. So let me just saw something. Okay. So you can't buy cookies at Disneyland, so you buy more of something else.
I don't go to Disneyland.
Toothpicks. Yep. Along with that, toothpicks. Okay, so you got toothpicks. You got the.
When I was growing up, we used to chew on a piece of straw for our toothpicks.
That's right.
Yeah.
Blade of grass.
Lines are hanging right outside of the
Stuff
cheek.
here on it. Here. Where is it? I must have lost it. But got the one here. You got the toothpick dental floss with has the floss on it, has the pick on the side. Those things are great as well.
Eye drops, Gil.
Eye drops.
Kathy said eye drops.
Well, she actually asked a question.
Question.
It's a big one. She capped it. She put a cap in it.
Yeah, I got it going here. All right.
I care if particles
Okay.
get in
all right.
Wow.
Let me go here real quick here. I know exactly what it is. Okay, eye wash. Okay, so first we're just going to go eye wash and see if it brings everything up or not. Okay, so they have eye wash stations. They got the bottles here that are this one has a little cup on it.
Personal opinion, everybody, and that includes myself because it's one of the few things I do need to get, should have some sort of eye wash station in their preps.
Yeah.
And you should also know the recipe to make a proper saline solution for that use if need be.
Yeah, it should be in your first aid kit.
Yeah. So they got basically what's it called? My brain's going
The saline solution. That's all it is.
No. An irrigator. It's an eye irrigator. These are set up. You want to make sure you can be able to flush it out. Now, this one here that's up here, it looks like it has a cap on there. So it goes over your eye, you squeeze it, and it flushes out and shoots out the tube away from you. And you can wash out. A lot of these eye wash solutions, they got a tip on it so you can try to, you don't squeeze it really hard to get a high-powered jet stream out. You just get a good flow so it washes whatever's in there out. But
I would touch on that She Move Mountains, but Gil asked me to stay away from the Red Dragon crap, so I will not touch on that one. But the information you're being told is incorrect.
Okay. But that's the one she just put out there with I just read?
Yes. And it should be discussed, but
yeah,
we'll save it toward the end of this if anybody wants to discuss it for the last 5 minutes or something.
So, there are, for your preps, there are portable eye wash stations. The thing is, with these big bottles and stuff, they do have an expiration date on them. So, the more, see, this one here has the one where you put your eye goes in there and it shoots the excess out the side. So there's different ones here to do different ways. This one you bend over, it's got the tube going to the bottom. So you bend over, take my hat off. So you bend over, put your eye over it, you squeeze it, and it flushes out.
That's all right, She Move Mountains. No need to be sorry. It's okay.
No, that's okay. In fact, let's go. I want to keep that up there or freeze that for a second. So everyone else watch the chat. I'm going to freeze the chat so that I don't lose that. Yeah, so your stations here, eye wash stuff, different ones here, really great. Yeah, the stations like this at works and stuff, if you don't see a big old friggin' filter underneath that thing, don't use it.
No. Unfortunately, most places I've been to, including some food places where they, make food, they just have an open drain underneath it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it just goes right into a drain of some sort.
Well, no, that's not what we're worried about. I'm worried about the water supply. If they don't have a filter on the water supply, if that thing, unless someone tests that every week, you're going to get stuff building up in there.
Staph.
You're going to get rust.
Calcium build up, rust and stuff.
Not only rust, but you also get bacteria build up because after a while, the chlorine in the water supply is gone because the pipe's not flowing. It's not getting a fresh, clean supply of the chlorinated water. So you can get, bacteria built up in here, especially up here once it's, up in the top part because it shoots water. Well, water sits in there. Unless they get the one that has the drain down by the valve. so the plumbing all drains. But even then, I wouldn't, be very careful about using those. You want to flush it first for a while before you use it. But that's why I prefer the bottles and stuff where everything's separate and it's sanitized that way. Like these they flush your eye. Okay, going back now to what. All right, so what does it say? I just read. You probably knew starting in mid-April, shelves and stores could start empty from shortage of supplies from. Yeah, there are. I already knew about that.
Well, there's. How do I put this nicely without jumping down several channels' throats? So I'm going to do my best not to. There are several key channels that some of us actually watch, and we actually enjoy the people who put out those channels, but they're spreading a fear that doesn't actually currently relate to this issue. Okay, now phones, computers, certain prescriptions, antivirals, a lot of prescription medications aren't manufactured here in the U.S. Yes, those will be affected. Your grocery stores, we don't get our meat from China. We don't get our vegetables from China.
We don't get our toilet paper from China.
Right. Most of that stuff is manufactured here in the U.S. And trust me, I've been to enough paper plants to tell you they got plenty of paper to make TP for a long time. So that's not an issue. The issue will be electronics. The computers that we're all using, over half of it's built, manufactured, and assembled in China or Japan or Taiwan, key places that are being affected economically.
The chips are made here in the U.S. in Silicon Valley.
Some.
But
the biggest issue will be the electronics. It's not going to be our food. Our trucks aren't manufactured over there and brought here. Peterbilt, Kenworth, all of them are manufactured right here in the U.S. or Canada. So unless Canada closes its borders and says, sorry, we're not shipping you no more trucks, well, there's still over 2 million semis running up and down the highway every single day. We still got fuel for our vehicles. So people who are sitting there screaming, we're going to run out of stores. We're going to have empty stores. No, we're not. Now, unless we go on a full lockdown in the U.S., that's not going to happen. Okay, so when these people start screaming fear like that, turn them off, say, hey, thanks for the information, and walk away. Because all they're doing is going for clickbait. And there's a couple YouTube channels, and one of them came out yesterday, I think it was. It said, you better prep now because it's going to hit. Well, you know what? Might not be the smartest cookie in the box, but it doesn't take a Philadelphia attorney to figure out where the supply lines are and what comes from where.
Yeah.
And I'm not dissing on anybody in the side chat. I'm just saying what you've heard is not 100% accurate. There are some things that will be affected and a lot that's not. If you don't understand supply chain, type in food supply chain in Google, and you'll see a very nice tree chart starting with the farmer, going all the way down to you as a consumer. I'll shut up.
Yeah, okay. We take care of ourselves pretty good.
Let me get back to comments here.
Except for toys.
Okay. So okay, sorry, wrong. Okay. So it's dang, I was hoping it was gonna kind of show a little bit better the background I just threw up there. It's that underground supply depot that Dave used to drive trucks into.
You made it too big. Put us off to the side.
Well, if I was, they're trying this, I can do it another way. Hang on a second here. Images. Let me get this.
Hey, I sent you one. You can use that.
It's the one we were talking about before here.
You can still use it.
Yeah.
Mine is up on the side over here.
Hang on a second. I'm pulling up the. I thought I had it in here. I lost it totally. Dang, I didn't think I got rid of it. Dang. Uh-oh. I boo-booed. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Give me a second here. And I'll bring it up here, and Dave can talk about this for a little bit because this is exactly deals into that. We'll reduce this down.
Yep. I know right where that's at. That's near
Mhm.
Springfield, Missouri. I've been in there over 180 times delivering baby food, regular food, cereal, toilet paper, napkins. Okay. I've been inside that place. Oh, it's so beautiful in there, though. It could be 100 degrees outside, it's 50 in there. It could be 32 degrees outside, it's 50 in there. It's awesome.
And how big is it?
It's a city size.
And it's basically a warehouse.
It is a warehouse. Not
Yeah.
basically, it is. It's a massive warehouse.
Yeah.
And there's only one entrance for vehicles in. There's a couple escape places for pedestrians. There's only one vehicle entrance.
Yeah. And so, there are several of, massive warehouses around the United States.
Especially out in Missouri where they have lots of caverns.
So we don't now have to worry about this,
Why, Lori? Because it's
Sure.
temperature controlled. You can almost store food down in there. It's that cool. Almost.
it's a like for fresh vegetables and stuff, it's the perfect temperature to, preserve carrots, potatoes, and everything else.
Watermelons.
Exactly.
Taking a few loads of that in there too.
Yeah. I mean, here in Idaho, I see what the potato barns, what do you call it? Basically, they're dug down into the ground. There's a little A-frame built up from the ground up, and that A-frame is covered with a couple feet of dirt. So it keeps the temperature cool inside.
That's how our barns are here, potato barns.
Yeah.
You
So
can barely see the roof. The roof is maybe on 3 foot pony walls, but
yeah,
they're dig down into the ground and they're huge inside.
yeah, and that's where they store potatoes at because of the temperature. So this is great for storing food and stuff down there. If it's 50 degrees, 52 degrees year round, it's perfect for it.
Lori, that's just a warehouse. There's many of those in Missouri. I know of at least 5 different warehouses in Missouri that are built just like that.
Yeah, it's limestone caverns. So yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah, as far as what's going to be missing are prescription drugs, are your antivirals, stuff like that. If you're taking something right now on a regular basis, start talking to your doctor about possibilities if it gets really bad. That's all I can say. If you got the money now to buy a couple extras of antifungals and antivirals and stuff that's over the counter, I would do so. But I wouldn't suggest running to the market and dropping $2,000 on any kind of medicines of any kind, because then you're just creating an issue for the next person who might need it.
All right, Tibor, don't take offense. If you are correct in this, that's another reason not to eat fast food.
You hear what the negotiator said? You don't want to be in one of those
I
warehouses.
would love to see a link on that to see which fast food restaurants buy their food from overseas. I could see them getting beef from Brazil at ridiculously low price because it's ridiculously quality food.
Actually, negotiator, most of those places are solid enough to take a 1 megaton hit. They're that deep underground. I mean, it's not just a few feet. At the very back of this one right here in Springfield, you are 200 feet underground.
Yeah, they were these caverns were started to be dug and built during the Cold War,
and they've been expanded to become warehouses.
Yeah, I would love to get my hands on one. If there was one up here in Idaho, I'd love to get my hands on it. Gee, I could rent out rooms and everything to everybody.
You'd be better off getting a used military silo in Kansas.
Yeah. Well, I was actually looking at the military silos here in Idaho, and they went poof, sold, gone. Nobody's selling anymore.
They're using the ones around here. The military's still using them.
Yeah. Okay, so back to here.
Yeah.
I want to take a look at something here. And we're up to, I'm looking at the red dragon, guys, just because I want to look at it here right now.
Well, we have 29 confirmed cases in the U.S.
Yeah. All right, let me bring up the other one. I want to look at the other one here. Pull this one. Go here. Coronavirus. Oh, sorry, I said the word.
Dragon attack. Oh, wait.
Dragon attack. Yeah. Squirrel. When it says squirrel, it's dragon. All right. So this other one here says, see how far behind it is.
Ooh, it jumped again.
Which one are you looking at?
I'm on Roy Lab.
Ray Lab, that would be this one.
Yep.
Welcome back, Anthony.
Anthony. All right. We're just now starting on the red dragon. Just for informational, we're not going to, we're just saying what numbers are being reported now. So we have, according to this, you take the total number, and China has that. So we got 1,000 cases outside of China.
Mm-hmm. Which has jumped exponentially in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We went from having 6.
Yeah. And United States says 15 cases here. Let me check the other one here. And it's
Happy Inches Homestead. Go back and check both mine and Gil's, my first one and Gil's only one so far. Videos with Doc Bones and Nurse Amy. We actually go over thyroid meds.
Yeah.
For an alternative. I would if you're definitely relying on those. And
now you done it, Gil. Anthony's leaving.
Yeah, we're just going to show numbers, and then we're not, So all right, so okay, so hey Will,
Yeah,
you're in trouble.
I didn't do nothing.
No, there's one in Nebraska.
I heard that.
Yeah,
It's on the other side of the state, though.
Confirmed. 14 in Nebraska.
It's on the other side of the state.
Chicago's at 2.
Those are the ones that came back from the ship. The ones in Nebraska are the ones that came back from the ship.
From the ship.
Yep.
Okay.
Which proved it's airborne. So
yeah. So we still got California, San Diego has 2, Orange County 1, Los Angeles 1, 2, Santa Clara. So California hasn't changed much. So yeah, the only thing that changed was the 14 in Nebraska, which took it from the 15 to the 29. Are they at an Air Force base or something?
Yes.
Or
yeah, on the other side of the state, there's a base over there, an Air Force base.
All right, so they're quarantined. So
okay, I can't point to an exactly time making lemons, to what time it was, but in both videos, mine and Gil's, my first one with Doc Bones, we discussed that because Tibor brought it up for us.
Yes.
So Doc Bone, they actually show a bovine, I do believe it was, desiccated bovine thyroid medicine.
So
and, if actually, I think they even have a thing on their website. I don't remember.
Yeah. So let's see if I can get this up here real quick. Okay, Survival Saturday. And where we were talking about the thyroid medication, I'm going to take a good guess here. And I think it was right about schedule across here. Okay, she's doing the arm stuff there, the splints. Come on. It's acting up. Okay. Because he actually showed on one of the zoom ins the medication for it. That's the chest wound.
Hold on, let me see if I can grab the book.
Yeah. I think it was before then we were talking about thyroid medications. Let's see what this does here. Because he's talking, I'm looking at the, he's talking about the septic stick. So it was before that, I believe. What I'm looking for is when I'm scanning through here at the bottom there, I'm looking for when he holds the bottle up in front, close to the screen, so we can see it. And he holds it up there twice. Shoot. Let me do it this way here. Keyboard. I'm looking in the side chat here, see where it says. No, okay. Anyways, yeah, it's somewhere in here. Even I was just trying to, I thought I could find it quickly for you, but yeah, they're definitely tired. They're definitely talked about both the hyper or whatever the two condition thyroid conditions. They talked about the medications. Yes, see what it's about the animal thyroid. Yes, they were talking about the desiccated thyroid from bovine and pig.
Yeah.
And they were showing the one that comes from that they showed. I think that came from Australia. What's the brand they said? They're saying that they're not. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, they talked about it both on Dave's and they talked about it on this one, and he really went to depth on it this time. I know he held the bottle up on one of Dave's, and he held it up, and he talked about both types of thyroid problems, and went into the discussion on it. I'm trying to remember what, and she was saying something from the side over there. She was reading off the stuff. So it was before she started going. Yeah, she starts going into the arm wrapping. So it was before that. It was earlier. It may have been. I'm not sure when it was here. Hang on.
Well, if I remember correctly, the bovine one is called thyroxine.
Okay, that's when we talked about Howie's channel. I think it was. I think it was before Howie. We talked about Howie's channel at 55 minutes into it. So it's in the first hour, I believe, is where it was. But we didn't talk about it till we were. Shoot, we weren't at the beginning, were we?
No, it was near the
middle there. Yeah. So yeah, it's somewhere in here. You have to go look at it. Sorry, I can't find it easy. I thought I could. I'm gonna have to go through back and mark it so I have notes here next time someone references it. But yeah, he was talking about the. That's talking gluten free there. Yeah, I'm not sure where it was talking about it here. Here we go. Thyroid article right here. Okay. Yeah, so there's an article about thyroid on Doom and Bloom.
So you might want to copy that link so you can put it in chat for him. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can.
Or right-click, open a new tab.
Right-click, open a new tab here. All right, so this is the link that Kathy put in there when she was hunting for it. Yeah, so many cases of thyroid. So this is at time frame 41 minutes in. So before that was we were really getting into it. That's still coming up here. So, yeah, so I would say probably go back about 35 minutes and start watching it from 35 minutes in. You should find it. Okay. There we go. Yeah, and he was talking about this Glenn Martin being a friend of his about it. Yeah. So he was, or knowledge or something about it. But anyways, yeah, there's talking about the that there, and so yeah, let's get back over here. Thyroid. Okay, here we go. So yeah, we're still talking about the thyroid product. Naturally desiccated thyroid product. So look very carefully if he holds it up here. If I can find it for you, I'll try to find it here so I can see where he holds it up. So we talked about for about 10 minutes on it.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. He's got it in his hand. Let me back up a little bit. See if I can catch it when he shows it up here again for you. And I will read it off to you. Okay, so we got to go forward a little bit. So I'm at time frame. There it is. There it is. It's coming up here at 34 minutes. Okay, and pause it and see if I can blow this up a little bit bigger. All right. So it's THYROVANZ, and it's from New Zealand. Okay. So that's at timestamp 34:23. 34 minutes 23 seconds when he put that up there. So I hope that helped out those in the side chat that are looking at that. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Thank you, She Moved Mountain. So there's the name of it. It's from New Zealand, and they ordered it online. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So, yeah. Good. Everybody's gotten that stuff up there. All right. All righty. So, and well, thyroid's in your neck, isn't it? Or they're just below the neck?
Lori can tell you that.
Lori, is the thyroid actually in the neck, or is it down a little bit below?
Did you not see her after surgery picture on Facebook?
No, I must have missed it.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble now. She's going to bring out that mama voice.
Oh, crack.
I'm going to have to go back and spend more time on Facebook.
Right there, she answered you.
All right, yeah, so it's in the neck. So I guess talk about thyroids just because that's that's up here. That's from the shoulders up.
Are you trying to redeem yourself or what?
Yes.
No, I'm just trying to make sure this is included in tonight's topic properly.
Okay, I have to go out. I have to blow my nose. I'm not doing it in front of you guys.
Oh, thank you. Don't forget to mute.
Oh no, I want you to hear it.
There he goes. All right.
That's the reason we both had Doc Bones and Nurse Amy up here, is to make sure we could get preppers info that a lot of channels don't talk about when it comes to the medical, because a staph infection in a grid down situation probably going to mean the death of you if you don't know how to take care of it.
Yeah, and that's what he started mine off with, was talking about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so go check. They talk different stuff in mine than they did in Dave's. So, but they did touch on some things that are the same in both. So, they're both worth watching again, just so you can get seriously, watching either one of our videos with Doc Bones and Nurse Amy, have a notepad and a pencil ready. And be ready to.
I've had him on twice. He's had him on once, and there's information that's different in each one of the videos.
Exactly. And they're going to come back in May on my channel. We're going to set the time where we talk about it. So
sometime in March, I will have them on along with Ben Davidson of Suspicious Observers to discuss nothing but proper related issues and how our sun intimidates our environments.
Okay. So, yeah, Lori says watch them both with pencils. All right, here. Kathy did it again. Kathy scored. There it is.
Thank you, Kathy.
Boom. 2 extra gold stars for Kathy.
Hey, Gil, I told you got to make that woman a nice, big, fat apple pie. She deserves at least 2. I don't bake anymore, so I'm not making them. It's up to you.
I don't bake apple pies. My wife does, but what I do make, it's in my Dutch oven. I make a killer apple cobbler.
There you go. She loves that stuff. I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. When I do my apple cobbler, instead of using, most people use either a white or yellow cake mix. I use the Duncan Hines spice cake mix.
Mm-hmm.
And I put a little extra cinnamon in it. And, and if I can, when I do it for the scouts, if it's at somebody's house, we're practicing in the backyard, I will get the Breyers natural vanilla ice cream, where it's just got cream, milk, sugar, egg. That's it. Maybe one and vanilla flavoring.
Well,
you didn't hear they were going bankrupt, Gil?
I think a Franklin would ship easier.
When it comes to the medications, if you're looking for an alternative, discuss it with your doctor.
Yeah.
Because all those medications can be controlled. And if you discuss it with your doctor while we have a full medical system that's up and running, you're more apt to be safe while trying it than waiting till the last possible second in a grid down situation and having that as your only option. Wow.
Yeah. What was it? It was the big book, wasn't it? That he talked about all the different mocks and stuff.
No.
That's the one that has all the moxes in it?
90% of it, yes.
Okay.
The big book has a little bit on it. The small one, Antibiotics and Infectious Disease, has more on it.
Okay. So
their website has even more.
Yes. Yeah, he has a whole has a couple of videos and blogs on it as well. But yeah.
As a matter of fact, even though they haven't said it's okay, I'm pretty sure they're going to be okay with it because they are already publicly available on Facebook. I'm going to open up on the Discord channel the Doc Bones and Nurse Amy stuff so people can go ahead and see it.
Yes. Okay. So, okay, I'm going to throw this other back up here again. So, this is their channel. This is their store. I clicked on store at the beginning and okay, no, that's not, I didn't want store. What did I want?
Okay, everything is now open on the Doc Bones and Nurse Amy page on the Discord server. There are several small videos as well as PDFs. Okay, there's a lot of videos and a lot of PDFs, but you get the point.
Yeah. So, they list their Amazon store for buying the survival medicine handbook. Let me blow this up here.
But if you buy it from their website, their personal one, you get an autographed copy.
Yeah. So you got the books. Yeah. So they got all their fun stuff here, but
and those are somebody else's.
Yeah, but they got all the books they recommend and stuff. But take that back down. So, but the one book I got these are not currently available on Kindle. The small version of this one is available on Kindle, and I got that one.
Michelle P's talking to you, Dave.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for Gil to finish.
Go ahead. Just jump in.
Okay. Yeah, I have a Discord server. You'll see a link in several of my videos. And Kathy's been over there quite a bit. A lot of it out, so you can ask her if it's worth going to. but I have downloaded over 2 gigs worth of information for you guys to be able to download yourself. It's located, nice, easy package. It's a place to meet without government overreach. There's nobody looking over your shoulder seeing what you type. The only censor on that page is me. And the only thing I'm going to censor is foul language or rude comments. I won't stand for any of that. But, it's open to anybody. I'm not going to kick anybody out unless they're complete and utter jerks.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great site to go over there.
You ain't been there in 2 weeks.
I know. I looked at it. It's like, there's too much. I'm going to get lost in here. I'm going to spend all my time in there just downloading and looking and reading. But I would, suggest for all preppers and homesteaders, those 2 books are probably the best.
When it comes to medical information, yes.
The best investment you can do.
Yep.
Okay, and
those look brand new.
They are brand new. Fairly well read so far.
They still got the gloss on them.
Yeah, well, I take care. I don't let my son touch these books. If my son touches these books, they'd be extremely well read, but they'd be in tatters.
Yeah.
His very first Bible has already fallen apart.
Okay. Doom. Let me get this up here for you guys here. It brings it up right.
Book would be another good alternative or another good addition to a library.
Yeah.
I've actually got one and it's handy. Let me get it.
Okay. All right. So let me throw this back up here. So the Survival Medicine Handbook is the big one Dave has. Its little brother is the Ultimate Survival Guide. This is the one that's available on Kindle. And if you have several Kindles like I do, or your family is on the family plan. So like if I get something, I can share it to my wife. I can share it to my boys. And when I bought this one on Kindle, I shared it out to 6 different Kindles. So we got 6 copies for the price of one. But unfortunately, the other 2 books, the big book and the antibiotic book, are not on Kindle yet.
Hey, Nana, look up 2 posts above you. Their Prep Starter put up their link, both their website and their YouTube channel. And another good book is
I got it on the little thing here, yeah.
This one right here, Herbal Medicine. I've had this book now for about 15 years. So see, I take care of my books. It still looks good. It's 15 years old. Ha. Now, if you look at the pages, you can tell they're old because they're discolored and all, but it still looks good.
Yeah.
But that herbal medicine book goes over a lot of wild edibles and stuff that you would want to have to create poultices or, elixirs of whatever out of natural environmental stuff. Weeds, trees, leaves, stuff like that.
And let me do this way here. See what this brings up here. If you go to Amazon and you type in Doom and Bloom, that brings up this page here, which has their 3 books there. But then if you type in, I didn't do it, didn't take it. Right here, if I go to his page, the Joseph Alton MD page, it lists all their books that they have in there. Ebola survival.
I had that one there, but I sent it off to somebody.
Yeah. So yeah. And then it also has some of his blog posts up here. This is on Amazon. So yeah. So they got the things that even talk about the Red Dragon a bunch and masks and the proper putting on the masks and everything else. So,
Yep, Tibor, you are correct. Willow trees provide aspirin.
so yep. Anyways, yeah. So that's the. I'll put that out there throw that link out there. Let's see. So that's the Amazon link to his page. Help with stomach issues, but don't drink too much. Is that where root beer comes from? Sassafras?
Yeah, I think so. You can get sassafras tea.
You get sarsaparilla too.
Sarsaparilla. That's it. Sarsaparilla is what root beer is.
Made popular by the MASH TV series. Radar. Always had to have a sarsaparilla.
I thought he had the grape knee high.
Him and
Klinger?
No. Hawkeye.
Mm.
When they sit down at the mess tent.
Yeah.
Or not the mess tent, but the little bar, I mean.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the place or the lady's name. But yeah.
Either. It's been too many years. Night, Miss Kathy. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you for all your great work. Everybody give Kathy a thumbs up.
Night, Miss Kathy.
Okay. All right. So sassafras roots where you get traditional root beer from. Tibor says, yes, open the bar and smell it. Well, we're coming up on 2 hours and I don't want to go much later. So any final things from the side chat? And
I'm on tomorrow till 3.
You're on tomorrow at 3. So tomorrow, Wednesday, Will's on at 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And Dave, you're on at 9.
Yep.
9 Eastern, 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 6 Pacific, 8 Central. So, all righty. And then I'll be back Thursday at 10 o'clock for the open chat. Whatever you guys want to talk about, please don't make it the Red Dragon, though. Please, but hey, if you guys want to hammer on it, it's open chat. I'll just sit there and go.
Bring your earplugs, Gil.
I'm burnt out on that Red Dragon.
All right, Will's channel is just in time prepping.
Just too late, something. I don't know.
Okay, so hang on a second
call
here.
him late for coffee.
Let me let me throw both the channels up there just a second here. So, all right, so Dave is Southern Ohio prepping. And Will, let me pull
Just call me Grumpy.
Get up here, and I'll throw the link to his channel links up there just a second here. And it's going so slow.
You have too many other tabs open.
I just killed a bunch of them.
Poor tabs. They didn't do anything to you. Why'd you have to kill them?
Because they were open. All right, so just in time prepping. Bingo. And it's coming up. There we go.
Oh, he already beat you.
All right. He has his custom channel name, and I put the other YouTube channel name when you scan it.
Easier to remember the other one.
And Ryan's already got mine up there, so.
Okay, I'm slow tonight. Okay. Any other questions? So we got Ryan Gamer put up Dave's channel there, and Will and I put up his. So Will has his customized channel name and his other.
What you got going on, Mama Z? What you got going on? Come on, spill it. Just don't spill it on the couch.
Go ahead. Yeah. What time is your live tomorrow?
Pop it out there.
Because I'm not cleaning up no messes on coffee tables now. I ain't doing that. That's why I don't have any coffee tables in my house. Night, Ryan. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Thanks
for your Ryan.
Okay.
Oops. I had the volume down.
All right. So 6:30 Central Time, which is 5:30. So Will already be done with his. So 6:30 Central Standard Time, Mama Z's Kitchen. And
yeah, link for to put up there.
I'm working on it right now. Make sure I spell it right. Mama Z's. There it is. Mama Z's brings it up. And click on that.
Ooh, giveaway. I didn't enter. Everybody else go enter, though. Go show her some love and support.
All right. There's Mama Z's.
Hey, two family.
Hey, two family.
How you guys doing tonight?
All right. So there's Mama Z's link for tomorrow. That's 6:30 Central Standard Time, 7:30 Eastern, 5:30 Mountain, 4:30 Pacific, and she's got her giveaway going on. All right, Mary hit 300 today. Cool.
All right.
Woo.
Good job.
All right. I haven't looked to see exactly what I'm at lately.
You must be getting close.
I'm at 785. So I'm gonna have to do another update on the giveaway to show who's in what place on all those lovely prizes I've got out there.
I'm still a low man on totem pole here. Been doing it longer, and I'm still a little man. So
yeah, but YouTube knocked your feet out from under you, made you start over again.
This is true.
Yeah, they can't take a joke.
No, I wasn't joking when I said what I said on that video that they claimed I was promoting violence, which I wasn't. But yeah, I'm at 662.
Cool. All righty. So we're over 2 hours here now, folks. Yeah, Two Family Homestead. Yeah, sorry I didn't spend much time over there. I just was watching as I was finished setting this up. Yeah, Living the Dream is going to be really interesting Thursday night on the Discovery Channel on TV. Living the Dream Homestead is on Homestead Rehab, I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have cable TV or whatever, you can watch on. Or is it tomorrow? Or is it wait?
It's on Friday that you can go
on Friday. You can watch it on Discovery.com. So that's Jeremy and names on the tip of my tongue here.
Homestead Rescue is the name of it.
Yeah, but it's Jeremy and Angela for Living the Dream. Yeah. So really cool.
Well, Nana, I will send a prayer your way
that
you'll be back up in action in no time with no ill effects.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of those stuff on the Discovery Channel, they're a little too scripted.
I don't have it set yet. I'll set it in the morning. Reminder.
Yeah. They will but they some of them are fairly interesting in what they do. All right, folks. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here now.
All right.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow. 3 o'clock? No, 5.
You are
Three.
lost.
He's gone.
Yeah,
Three?
he's still down at the bottom of that rabbit hole we left him off a couple hours ago.
3 o'clock for Will, Mountain Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. He's coming on a half hour early. 9 o'clock for Southern Ohio prepping.
We'll see y'all there.
All right, see you guys all there. Bye.
Bye.